Hi, March 11th, 2017. Look at this line right here that's showing up on radar. This is an IntelliCast. If I get rid of the clouds, oops, if I get rid of if I just have clouds there, it doesn't look like that line that shows up on the radar. Here's the radar and the clouds. And this is just radar. Uh, but if we get rid of the radar and just have clouds, it doesn't look like that. So I think that's weird. Just going to say that. Let's see what else we can find that looks like that weird rod. Well, here on the National Weather Service, I'm kind of cracking up because tomorrow we are supposed to get snow into Monday night and then patchy blowing snow on Tuesday with cold highs. And it's been kind of nice. It's like, oh my God. So let's look on their home map here. And you can see like this is a huge patch of where it could be a blizzard coming in. And let's look at the radar. And you can see that weird rod coming down here. And if I make it the high resolution version, loop image, um, let's go over here. And you can see this coming right down through here. It does look like it's slightly more extended, but that just seems strange to me. I don't know what it is. It just looks funny, and the weather looks funny. Anyway, that it's going to be freezing cold and snow, and now tonight we changed the time ahead, so it's like spring feeling. Now on National Weather Service satellite, the infrared has this line right here, but that's not exactly where it was. And if we look at the water vapor, this line is coming in a different direction, which also seems weird. Now, I thought perhaps it could be smoke, so I'm looking at El Dorado here, and there's no smoke detected. No areas of remnant or detached smoke or blowing dust were detected in satellite imagery this morning. Okay. But here on the El Dorado map, it's showing up in Iowa. Along with these circles are radar in Canada here. Oops. I need to actually do that. I wanted to just move away from it. There is the line. Okay, the links for all this will be below too. Okay, so we look at the line here, and then I'll click on infrared satellite. And that doesn't look anything like that, what the radar is picking up. That's a totally different picture there to me. Let's move away because we do have this incredible storm coming. And there is this weird wedge here and this huge thing coming right at us, which will be fun. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Okay. As long as we're at it, let's look at the rest of the world because we are not alone here in the United States. This looks like a much bigger mess over here, which it always looks like that on here for some reason. I don't know if it's true or what. And lots of times down by Antarctica, you see a lot of what looks like storms also. And this piece isn't moving for some reason, but that looks like a lot of storms and water there. Okay, so there's that, and then we'll get rid of the infrared, and we should be able to see the line of radar. Oh, come on. There it is. right across the middle of Iowa, like it's trying to cross it out right there. Let's get closer. This El Dorado map, when odd. Is it a spaceship? What is it? This is the MODIS from SSEC. Now on here, I can't see anything different either, except for I can see lines. And then we have this weird satellite picture that's not showing up very smoothly. Let's do this. And you can see lines in the, like clouds, I guess, is what they would be called. But it doesn't look like it's the same pattern except for perhaps right there. Now this has interesting capabilities on it. I can zoom out a little, and let's go back. And it's got these little squares that I can look at. So we'll look at this, and then I can get closer by doing this right here, and we can move down. But these lines are not in the same direction as the one that the radar is picking up, except perhaps this one right here. And what's really interesting on here is if you go here, you get this really interesting picture that looks like almost like Jackson Pollock. And then we can see these strange lines right in here, and right here, and right here, and right here. And a lot of people think that that is some kind of energy line of something being injected into the atmosphere. Let's see. Just moving over. This is pretty dang close. You can see these long wisps of stuff in the atmosphere. It's just kind of confusing, and I'm sure you don't want to just sit here and waste your time while I'm looking at this, which is quite amazing to me. But if this is energy being injected into the atmosphere to change what's happening, that certainly would make sense of why there is a storm coming in through here. You know, that's up to you to decide, but from all the evidence, they are doing weather modification, and it's just up front. It's nothing that they're keeping secret. You can look anywhere and find out about it. For example, right here on Geoengineering Watch, there's a list of weather modification companies that are working right now. Here's an article, Weather on Demand, Making It Rain is Now a Global Business. Welcome to the strange world of global seeding, or of cloud seeding. And then there's a whole story here about people that are doing that. And if you look at this picture on this airplane, combustible sodium chloride flares. And you can read this yourself. The link will be below. These people are drawing water from a well. And we go down a little more, and here is setting up the cloud seeding flares. Silver iodide ready to be deployed. This is the airplane, by the way. Just as it's hard to predict the weather, it's really hard to know if you've made it rain or not. But they still do it. This plane takes off for cloud seeding operations. The man who's bought cloud seeding to 31 countries on 6 continents. Patrick Sweeney. There he is. When he enrolled at the University of North Dakota after the war, he started building advanced Doppler radars in the university's Department of Atmospheric Sciences. At 27, he was hired as WMI's third employee by Wilbur Brewer, a North Dakota farmer who became interested in cloud seeding as a means to protect his crops from hail damage. And it goes on. There's still a lot of article to read if you are interested at all. Disaster Management Headquarters. I'm sorry. Look at those. Cloud seeding flares. Is there more? Bracken adds that while scientists want to achieve 99.99% probability that a technology consistently works, the industry doesn't need that kind of certainty or consistency to succeed. He likens the cloud seeding to a cutting-edge medication that is still in development. If you're dealing with a serious ailment and you were offered a medicine that had 60% chance of working, or even 20%, wouldn't you take it? You probably would, is what he says. And up here he says, water managers are perfectly happy with 5%, even if they don't get a 15%, it's still economical. Intriguing. Oh, NCAR's Breed explains that this long-term mentality is the reason why water managers and hydroelectric plant operators in western United States have invested in cloud seeding over many decades. No matter how variable the weather is, a 5% increase in snowpack from cloud seeding over time is pretty doable. So it's about money. And look at this. So then my favorite person to get information about weather modification is Dutch Cincy. The link will be below. This is an important website for anybody that wants to learn more. There's all sorts of information here. It goes on and on and on. And it's he talks very clearly. It's very, very interesting information that will probably scare the heck out of you. So I would say come and look. And I'm grateful for you, and I'm here at your service. Bye-bye. All right, so here is our personality. Intriguing.